The subject that I'm going to go over today are going to be like Holy Grail collection items that I have personally been trying to get for like the last decade or so. But before I get into that, I do want to just talk about really quick the cool order I just got in from Cryptic Koream. I never say the name right, I probably never will, but whatever. If you're not familiar with the company, I would definitely recommend checking them out. They do really cool crypto casts, ranging from like a lot of like cool Halloween items to Michael Myers, to The Thing, to Leprechaun, Jason Voorhees. It's a pretty wide spectrum of things they cover. So I'm just going to show you a few things really quick. So hold on, I'm going to put my magic white screen up. Number one, we've got a Jackling right there, as you can see. It is super orange and spooky. It has that good Halloween vibe to it. Number one. Number two. And again, these are pretty small. This guy right here. Why are you not focusing? I thought this would do the trick. Maybe. As you can see, pretty cool looking. It's not really there we go. Kind of focusing, but again, pretty small, like about the size of my finger right there. So that is number two. So the Jacklings are up on the site for sale. And then number three is a really cool CryptoCast Michael Myers. It's kind of got like a black and orange paint job to it. So again, these are pretty cool things that you can get. Oh, and then, sorry, I'm going to put this up really quick too. That is the information for them right there, if you can see that. Definitely go check them out on like Instagram or their Etsy website. Info is right there. So again, go check out Cryptic Koream. A lot of cool stuff they have on the website. So again, I'm going to jump into the cool figures that I got for this week. The first one up, if you recall, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. Alien vs. Predator Requiem came out a long time ago. The hybrid figure was something that I never personally picked up. And then when I decided to finally want it, I looked on eBay and the prices were ridiculously high. So finally I found one at a decent price and decided to pick it up. So this is the Alien vs. Predator Requiem hybrid alien figure right there. This is actually a pretty hefty one. If you look at most NECA figures, they're, you know, decent size, but this one was a pretty beefy one right there. The weird thing is they put out two versions of this figure. One had a closed mouth, and then the other one had an open mouth. Mine is the closed mouth variant. It was cheaper. The open mouth one is a lot more expensive. So personally, I'm cool just having that one. Next up on deck is the number two item that I've been wanting. This is the Max FX Freddy Krueger Barbie doll playset from 1989. It's a Barbie doll set with Freddy Krueger. I don't really know what else there is to say about it, other than personally for me, it is something that I've been trying to get for a long time. Every time I look on eBay, they're always jacked up box-wise. I did actually spot one in person once at a thrift store. It was very expensive, and the box looked like someone took a jackhammer to it and just kind of beat the hell out of the box. So it was in pretty bad shape. So this one I did manage to score in really good condition, as you can see. And then back in the day, there was a few different ones. You had like, you know, Freddy Krueger right there, Frankenstein, I'm Flipping You Off, Dracula, and then there was even an alien one. So maybe someday I'll look for that one. But this is the Max FX Freddy set. So if you ever wanted to grab one of these, I would recommend it because it is a pretty cool set. Number three I'm going to talk about is the Sideshow Jason Goes to Hell figure. I mentioned this on an earlier video a while ago. My friend Bernzig, who does a lot of really cool art, kind of got me back into wanting to collect Sideshow figures. This figure in particular came out in 2005. It is a while ago. I just never picked up the Sideshow figures, but now in the year 2020, I have decided that I want to collect them. The unfortunate thing is I am discovering that some of these have different versions. So like this one here, for instance, is a Sideshow exclusive. What makes this one different from the regular one is it comes with the weird... Don't know if you can really see it, but you've got the weird little Jason baby spawn guy right there. So that's pretty much what makes this one in particular different. So it looks like when there's any kind of a weird variant from Sideshow, it's just like an extra item, but my weird collector thing makes me want to get those exclusives. So I'm not sure if anybody, you know, out there watching is very fluent in Sideshow collectibles as far as this whole set goes. Definitely let me know in the comments what exclusives there are. I think there was one for part 4, I think. So maybe if someone could give me a little info on that, that'd be awesome. Yeah, so that's this one right here. The fourth one I'm going to talk about, this is kind of a fun story. Someone on Facebook posted in a horror sales group a cult classic Hall of Fame edition Bob the Ghost Michael Myers figure. If you're familiar with Michael Myers figures, the NECA ones are very, very expensive. It took me a long time to track down the Night He Came Home huge box, the Evolution of Evil set, which has like Michael Myers and the smaller baby version of him when he, you know, hacked up his sister and stuff. And then there was the Bob the Ghost one. This one, I just missed out on it. Back in the day, it was probably 15 or 20 bucks, you know, back in 2008, I think, is when it probably came out. So it's like 12 years ago. So it has definitely shot up in price. When I saw him, I think he was like maybe 180 bucks, and then now I'm seeing people selling him for like anywhere between $300 to $400. It is very expensive for this figure. So anyway, back to what I was saying. I saw one and I messaged someone and said I was interested, and then some random person just messaged me saying, "Hey, I have one for sale. Are you interested?" And I went, this is a little risky. That is a good chunk of money. And I really, really wanted one. It's like a risky thing. It's like, do I want to buy one on eBay for 400 bucks? Or do I want to, you know, buy one for a decent amount less from this, you know, stranger offering me one? So I went with it. His name is Roy. He is from Tyrant Toys. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you see a Roy, I think his last name is Colette, selling anything on Facebook, that guy is super legit. I paid him the next day. It went out with a tracking number. So that definitely put me at ease, having, you know, forked out a decent amount for it. So this is the figure that I got, which was in good shape, also packed really well. Overall, I was really super pleased with how well it was done. So again, this is it right here. The packaging was not at all messed up. This is really hard to find in actually good shape. So yep, that is the NECA Hall of Fame Bob the Ghost Michael Myers figure from a while ago. So there's that one there. And the fifth and final item that I got. And this one is one that I've been trying to get for a very, very long time. I kept looking on eBay, had no luck at all. The things were like anywhere between $350 to $450, which is an absurd amount of money to drop on something. So I recently tried the Macari app. I've always heard about it, but I'm like, I'll give it a shot just because I'm not finding anything decent on eBay price-wise. So I just kept checking, and then finally one day, one popped up at a decent price. I ordered it from the seller, I want to say the 8th of May. And this was a nightmare trying to get. My tracking went from, I think I ordered it the 8th of May, the 11th of May it shipped, so I'm like, okay, cool, that's, you know, a decent amount of time it, you know, shipped finally. And then it got stuck somewhere in Chicago on the 20th of May, and then just sat there. So, I mean, I keep checking the tracking, and it's just literally sitting there something cool. I spent all this money on this damn item, and it just stuck somewhere. So, finally it moves to, I think, Portland, Oregon, where I live, on the 24th of May, and then the 1st of June, it arrives, or they try to deliver it, and I get a notice saying that I owe money on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I end up walking 3 miles, because I don't drive, so newsflash. I walk 3 miles to the post office to go pick it up, and when I finally get this item that I've been waiting for almost a month in, I find out that this thing is packaged in a Tupperware box. This like holy grail item that I've been like wanting for years. I'm mortified just to find it in this little crappy Tupperware box with a little bit of like newspaper to pack it. So yeah, so that was the fun box it was in. So before I reveal what it is, I wanted to have a little color coordination on my outfit. I have this really beautiful Creepy Company slime spit shirt. I wore it before on one of my other videos, but primarily I ordered this shirt specifically just to, you know, reveal this figure that I've been waiting for a while. And then I got the hat right here. The hat comes from my favorite shirt company, which is called hat from one of my favorite companies. They're called House of Mysterious Secrets. That is where I get a ton of my hats from and a lot of other cool things. So if you're not familiar with houseofmysterioussecrets.com, I would definitely recommend hitting them up because they do have a ton of really cool stuff, and I think they give you free shipping if your order's over like 50 or 60 bucks. So that's actually very helpful if you're not fluent with a lot of money. So anyway, without further ado, this is the figure that I've waited almost a freaking month for. It is the Requiem Possessed box set. If you look, this is such an expensive figure. When it came out, it was probably 30 bucks for this damn thing. But now it's, you know, again, between $300 to $400, which is very expensive. Also, when I look online, the boxes are pretty banged up. So this one is in pretty good condition for what it is. I guess if you put some batteries in there, the head will spin around and all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, so that is the Requiem Possessed Deluxe NECA box set, whatever the hell. So yeah, that is all the fun stuff that I, basically bought for myself that are Holy Grail items that are really hard to find these days. What I do want to actually ask some of you guys out there, let me know in the comments some of the cool things that you've bought recently, or just, cool little things that you've, purchased recently to fill in your collection, or just, whatever. I don't know. Say things in the comments. And just the other thing, too, I want to go over really fast. Hit the subscribe button. And I don't have a fancy bell thing, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Nightmare on Elm Street cup and a knife, and I'm going to go tap the little bell thing so it, rings or whatever it is. So that's all for this time around. The next episode, I don't know, I'll probably talk about something spooky or something like that. But anyway, be safe out there, take care, and keep buying cool stuff. Ciao.